Hi, in this video I'm gonna show you the new garden fences pack. With this pack you can create 3 different types of fences. The classical fence, the wood picket fence, and the overlap fence. There are more than 58 combinations and a blueprint that help you to create the fence. Now I'm going to show you how you can use the blueprint and make your own unique combination. Starting in a new level, you can simply drag the auto fence blueprint into the level, and then you get a classical black fence. On your right side, you will have some settings that allows you to customize your fences. In the config section, you can change the number of the segments and you're gonna have a biggest fence. You also can hide the start post and the end post. In the meshes section, you can change the meshes of the fence. But you can also change, for example, the post cap mesh. And you're gonna have a different post cap. You can change the fence mesh, you can change the picket fence, and you have different styles. In this pack, you also have option for a small segments. For example, if you change the rail mesh of the classical fence for the small segment, you also have to change the fence mesh for the smaller segment, and you have a smaller fence segment. In the option of materials, you can change the materials of for each separated mesh. You can check the box and use the same material for all meshes. This option just works for the classical fence and the wood picket fence. Let me show you another kind of fence that you can create with this pack. Drag another blueprint. We're gonna change our meshes. We can start with the overlap fence, change the post for the gap post. Also, change the rail mesh. We're gonna use the concrete gravel board. For the fence mesh, we're gonna use the overlap fence panel, the big one. And we don't use post cap mesh for this fence, so just clear it. You can change the number of the segments for this one, like number 2. You can also hide the start post and the end post. You can also change the materials for this fence. For example, for the overlap fence, you also have some options that include moss, overlap fence with moss. You also have options with the damage and moss for the gap post and the gravel. Now let's do the last fence option, the wood picket fence. So you change the post mesh for the wood post, and the rail post will be the wood picket fence. And you don't use the fence mesh and neither the post cap mesh. You can change the number of the segments as well. If you see the other side of this fence, you have the gap between the wood picket fence and the wood post. You can exchange these settings on the rail extent. You check the box override rail extent and change the number for 195. Feel free to change the materials of the wood fence. You can change for each element, like the post. You can change the material of the wood fence. And for the post as well. So this is the new garden fences pack.